When my son married last summer, I gave a speech, and I thought this would be also advisable to use here, because this, what I'm talking about now, is timeless, of course, as is the spiritual teaching, and actually the official name is spiritual teaching, not teachings, for the entire teaching. I will present you a few values that are very important, the basic factors of human interaction, and which every human being actually should strive for. The first one is love. What is love? That's many people are asking this. Love is a value and a factor of life which is not known or misunderstood by many human beings. Love can be divided or categorized in different forms or varieties. For example, motherly love, parental love, platonic love, love for the next one, or in the case of a couple, in German it's called Bündnisliebe, which means love in the form of a bond between two persons. And of course in a wedding it's this kind of love. Many people are of the false opinion that falling in love or having a crush on someone is equal to true love. This is really not the case. In the spiritual teaching, these feelings are called affective love, in contrast to effective love. In the case of true love, is the difference. A or an affective love is based on purely material things, like for instance pretty looks, a certain way of smiling, money and wealth or power, material things, which are existing only for a certain time. Everything that's material has a beginning, has an end, and is not enduring. That this is true is proven by the fact that so many partnerships, marriages are broken after a short or longer time. In contrast, effective or true love is anchored within the human being and is enduring and constantly growing in depth or energy. Perhaps you know the definition of love in the book Law of Love. Billy wrote, "Love is the absolute certainty of oneself, living and existing with and among everything else that exists, in flora and fauna, in the next human being, in every material and spiritual life form of any kind, and the existence of the whole universe and beyond." Love in its real definition means, in other words, to feel the absolute certainty that one as a person lives with everything that exists, with the absolute certainty and the absolute feeling that the existence of the other one is a part existence, ein Teilexistenz, part existence of one's own existence. No matter whether it is a plant, a spirit form, an animal, a planet, a stone, or another human. This kind of love that I've just spoken of is a love for the next one, die Nächstenliebe in German, and this is the highest form of love. So that's the ultimate goal for a human being, to have this form of love. You see, it does not have only to do with feeling, but also with certainty, with knowing, with experience, with wisdom. When two persons are living together, there is a bond of love between them, no matter whether they are married or not. One could say as follows. As an example, I take this couple here before me, and I could say to them, you are standing or living in a unity or community of destiny, in a bond with each other that should be based on permanence. I think that's the goal of when two people marry. Actually, they hope, or they have the intention or the wish that it's a permanent thing in connection. You are bound to each other, but not in bondage. But you are also individuals and independent. You will have to assist and help each other in good and bad times. And it is your thoughts and actions in the so-called bad times which will prove the level and quality or form of your love. And I took this from our little speech here. Then I gave them a little advice. And here I wrote, I would like to give you some advice for the present and future. Careful to not exaggerate with giving advice. Okay, that's the first transgression. As a rule, give advice if you are asked for. Don't put your partner into a picture frame, and don't try to educate and teach him or her. Accept your partner the way he or she is. And that's accepting. That's why it's important that if two people want to marry, that they start getting accustomed to know each other before spending time and what's the character of that person, of my partner. So the chance to make the right decision is more to the positive side. Another point is don't have expectations towards your partner, neither in your talking or in your thoughts. As an example, don't think within yourself, I should not think in my thoughts regarding my wife, for instance, I have done this for you and now you should do something else for me. Because such expectations are kind of an assault and are doing harm primarily to oneself, one's own thinking in the first place. And of course, there was my son and his bride, and so I know them a little bit. Then I said to them, if your partner has a need to talk, listen, try to hear his or her message, and let your partner have his or her own space of life. Let him or her meet with other people or spend time with a hobby, or let him or her have time to retreat, time for himself or herself. Don't cling to each other all the time, control like this. Yeah. So that's the first input about love. Here we can have a break. Are there any questions or comments?
Wow.